I am a huge fan of being debt-free and paying down all of your debt, including your mortgage. But here are the reasons why we have stopped paying off our mortgage early. Number one, it's already paying itself off fast. Instead of a 30-year mortgage, we got a 15-year mortgage when we refinanced our home. We started off our mortgage journey with an FHA loan when we bought our home, and then when we refinanced, instead of just getting another 30-year loan, we decided to keep the mortgage payoff up, and we got a 15-year loan. So even doing nothing, this is going to pay off a lot faster than a traditional mortgage that is usually 30 years. Number two, our loan has a very low interest rate. It is 2.75%, and that is a lot lower than a mortgage that you could get currently. So there's no real benefit for us paying off this mortgage on this home at that 2.75% interest rate. We are planning to purchase another home, and that is gonna have a higher interest rate on the loan. So that is where our priority will be once we make that purchase. Because our interest rate is so low at 2.75%, it really didn't make sense to put any extra money toward this because there wasn't as much of a benefit here. And that's our third reason, because our money can be used better elsewhere and more focused on our other priorities. Paying off this home is not a priority time-wise. It's not something that I need to happen in a year or in 5 years even. It could take another 10 or 15 years to pay off. That's fine with me. If it takes another 12 years, but it's paid off then, that sounds great. That's amazing. But it's not something that I need to have happen really quickly because we have other priorities. The other priority for us is actually purchasing another home so that we can go live in that home and turn this into a rental. And that second home is a higher priority for us with our money. So we are putting extra money toward the home down payment for that next home instead of paying this one off. Using that extra money to build up a down payment for another home to help increase our financial independence journey, to build wealth for our family is really more important and a higher priority for us than to pay off debt. Basically, we are trying to prioritize investments over paying down debt right now. And that is true not only for purchasing another home and creating an income source with this one, but it's also true because one of the reasons why we stopped paying off our mortgage is so that we could build up our funds in other areas. So we want a bigger emergency fund. Basically, we have 2 kids, I'm self-employed, and you never know when people are going to get laid off. So we want a bigger emergency fund, especially before we jump into the journey of being landlords. We definitely want to have a big cushion, and paying off the mortgage locks that money into your house, basically. You can get a HELOC to tap into your equity, but once that money is gone into your house to pay down the mortgage, it's a lot harder to access. So instead of having that money be in the home, we want to have it where we can access it. So we are trying to build up our emergency fund, our retirement funds, and just our general house fund for when we are purchasing our next homes. We're trying to build up these other buckets of money where we have money that we can access faster and also that we have money for investments down the road. And those are just a higher priority for us right now instead of putting our money toward a mortgage where we can't necessarily tap into that at all without going through a lot of hoops. And those are really the reasons why, including the fact that this house is going to become a rental. We may hate being landlords, and in that case, we will sell it and just take the equity from the sale. But we want to give it a try because both of us have always thought it would be cool to be like good landlords and provide like safe, affordable homes for people because there's so many like scummy landlords, let's be honest. There's just like a lot of like really bad ones. So we would like to be like a good landlord because I've had a couple of those and I really respected what they did. And I would like to be that person. So I am hoping that this becomes an investment for us and we enjoy being landlords. And in that case, we don't need to pay off our mortgage because it will eventually pay off with the rent that comes from this home going to pay off the mortgage anyway. I am definitely a proponent of being debt-free, and I love the idea of paying off our mortgage entirely and having no debt in the future at all. But for now, it makes more sense for us to focus on other areas with our money. So that's what we're doing, and that's why we've stopped paying off our mortgage. We are not even doing bi-weekly payments anymore to have that one extra per year. We are only doing the payment every single month. It's a little different for us. We've never had a time with a mortgage where we weren't paying it off in some way a little bit faster than normal. So it's going to be a bit different in 2023, but we have all of these other goals where the money is going to be more important than paying off our mortgage. That's why we have currently stopped paying off our mortgage, but I am a huge fan of paying down mortgages, especially if you have PMI you're paying every month or if you have a high interest rate where you're paying a lot of interest. Definitely check out this next video if you need some tips or ways to pay down your mortgage faster. It's all about ways that you can pay down your mortgage faster than is currently being paid. I'll see you in the next video.